Gemini, welcome to your reading. So for this reading, I'm going to start with an oracle card. I'll do the baseline and the clarifications as well. So let's see what we have here for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? Let's go ahead and get a card for Gemini. What is going on in your life? What do you need to know? So let's go ahead and get a card first here. I got too many. I'm going to try again. I just want one card. Okay. Let's try again. Shuffle these cards again. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So we got the card number 32, and it says jeweled web. And it says connectivity. So this is about connections. It seems to be a very precious connection, a beautiful connection, Gemini. So let's see what this connection is all about. Is it romantic? Is it friendship? What is up with this connection? It's something that is very precious to you. You value it. You see that it brings a lot to your life, and it's just precious, you know. So for this reading, I'm going to do the spread that is the horseshoe, and with the horseshoe, we are looking at the past, present, and future, and we also see the transition between those points. Okay, one more shuffle. Okay, so what do we have here for Gemini? Okay, we have the Four of Swords. Okay, the Queen of Swords. The King of Swords. There's a lot of swords here. The Ace of Wands. And the Two of Swords. A lot of swords. A lot of mind involved. Okay. A lot of mind. Okay. So, what's going on? In the past, Gemini, we have the Four of Swords. Whenever we look at the Four of Swords, we're seeing a period of time in which we have taken the time to rest, to meditate, to introspect, and to heal and to renew our energy. So it's a time that we spend a lot in isolation. Whenever we look at the Four of Swords, it's pretty much just like we are there by ourselves, because it's very contemplative. It's a time that we take to like check in with ourselves. Okay. So you took some time for healing here. And I feel that as you started that journey of healing and contemplation and introspection, then you became very bold and very honest with yourself about, what you need to do or what is important to you. Whenever we look at the Queen of Swords, we're looking at someone that is very bold and honest. Okay. So after you did all of this reflection and all of that introspection, and you really like checked in with yourself, then you're like, okay, I got me, I got myself, and I know what is important to me. And it takes a lot of boldness to come to that truthfulness about the Queen of Swords. Okay. Now, here with the King of Swords, whenever we look at the King of Swords, it's very similar to the Queen of Swords, but the only difference is that the King of Swords starts like making decisions with a lot of like wisdom and discernment, after being like honestly bold and truthful and honest. Okay. So I see you here is like you are maybe like contemplating something and trying to like make a decision, or it's like there is a truth in you, and that truth is something that has taken some time, And in this case, it's like I need to use my knowledge, my wisdom, and my discernment to either do something, speak something, or like take some type of action about a decision, right? In the near future, we have an Ace of Wands. So there is something that really sparks your spirit, something that makes you feel good. And it's something new. Like there is a sense of like, I feel good about this. Like, I like that, right? So there is a spark, something that you are passionate about, and there is a lot of desire. And there it is. I'm going to clarify those two. And then we have the Two of Swords in the further future. And here you are contemplating something. But here in this contemplation, there is confusion. So I like what you're doing here. I like the way that you're moving here, because there is a lot of, I know what I want. I know what is important to me. I know what I need to do. Like there is like a lot of like self-knowledge here, and a lot of understanding about you and your needs and your healing, and like you're doing like really good. And then after this passion shows up, it's like, oops, I'm confused. Okay, so we are going from Queen of Swords, King of Swords to what am I supposed to do? Okay, so just remember what worked for you in the past was that time of contemplation and introspection and renovation. So if it worked for you in the past, it's going to work for you in the future. Just keep that in mind, okay? But let me see that King of Swords and see what is going on here at the present moment. I know you've been honest and truthful and very smart, and that is one of the qualities of Gemini. So you're real, you're really real. So let's see, what is the King of Swords doing here? Yeah, because the King of Swords is talking about knowledge, wisdom, discernment, intelligence. Like I cannot be stupid here, So let's see, what is this? And usually the King of Swords is mind over heart. Okay. Oh no, it's not so bad. Okay, strength. Wow. There is the Ace of Wands again. One of the combinations that I love, I really, really love it, is whenever I see the High Priestess. I love to see the High Priestess in combination with either the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords or the Ace of Swords. I really love that combination, because as I pulled this card, the High Priestess, I was saying, yeah, the King of Swords is all about mind over feelings. For the King of Swords, things have to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's like, it's like he has to reason with whatever it is. It's got to be logical to him. Now, in this case, it's not only like it has to be logical to you, it's like also you're very intuitive about this. So you are making use of your wisdom, and you're also making use of your intuition here, and it is about that Ace of Wands. So here is that passion, and what you are showing me is a lot of it's like a lot of willpower. It's like I have to be strong when it comes to that desire. I cannot be a fool. I cannot let my feelings win over my passion. I have to reason with this. It has to be logical. And also you're being very intuitive. So I see you put in a lot of like strength and a lot of like willpower when it comes to that Ace of Wands. So that Ace of Wands right here is something that really sparks you. But the fact that there is a spark, it doesn't mean that is correct. It doesn't mean that is logical. It does, just because there's a spark, it's just like, well, just a spark doesn't make sense. It's got to be more than spark. So you're showing me a lot of willpower, a lot of strength, a lot of like, I'm using my wisdom, my intelligence, and I'm also using my intuition. So what I see you doing is kind of just like putting maybe like a little bit of resistance, and not resistance like boundaries, but more like, just because it's a passion, it doesn't mean anything. Okay? Okay. Okay. So you've been brutally honest with yourself about who you are, but you're also very intuitive. So let's go ahead and check that Ace of Wands. What is, it's almost like let's say like you're buying a car and like you're really like drawn to it, and you're like, that is a nice car. That car is sweet. But just because it's sweet and it's nice and it is elegant and it is, hot stuff, it doesn't mean that it's for you. And that's what you're saying here. It's like you're trying to make sense of this. Like, should I go for this? So show me that Ace of Wands. What is this? Because whatever this is something that you really like. It's like I can almost see like a spark in your eye about it. Oh, no wonder. It's a star. Okay. Page of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, listen. Whatever this is it's a star. No wonder. But this is something that you always wished for. You always wanted this. And this is it's in the present because the Ace of Wands is here, but now we're looking at this more in the near future. So this is something that you always wished for. Is a star, is a desire, it is a wish come true. Is a wish fulfillment. And it's here. But you know what? It's like you always wanted this. Always did. But now that it's here, it's like, I'm not sure. The Page of Swords is showing a lot of curiosity. The Page of Swords is the first one to admit that he doesn't know. He's saying, I don't know. So what he does is that he observes. So at this point, there is that star is within reach, is something that you can get. It's like I was saying, like maybe I'm giving this as an example, but it could be anything. Okay, it could be anything. The car that I was talking about, maybe it is a Corvette, Lamborghini. Maybe it is a lake house. I don't know. It is something that you always wanted. It could be a relationship that you always wanted. We're speaking about connections here. And this is a very valuable connection to you, is the jeweled web. So it could be a connection. It could be a person. It could be anything. It could be a car, a house, whatever. And you're like, I really want that. Whenever we look at the star, it's something that we've been striving to get for a while. And we have to walk the path to reach the star. But now that it is here, now that that lake house is like, you can buy it, you can just like sign the paper and it is yours. Or you can just like sign that paper and you can drive that car off the lot, Or that relationship is like, you just have to like claim it. Now you're showing like, now that it's here, I don't really know if I want to keep it. Oh man. I don't know. This star is so accessible to you, is so within reach. It's so there. Like you can just like reach and grab it. that now that is there, you don't know if you really want it. So I think, Gemini, that you are that kind of person that you like to strive and you like to, um, like give yourself like goals or like a finish line, and you enjoy the journey more than the destination. It's like you enjoy the journey, the process, the walk. Like I said, with the star, whenever we see it, is not something that we can get to it right away. We need to walk a path to get to the star. So now that it's here, you're like, I don't know. And you're trying to like reason and also use your intuition. Just because it's here, it doesn't mean that you should get it. Now, I see confusion here in the future. So show me what that Two of Swords is all about. Show me the Two of Swords for Gemini. Okay. The Eight of Swords. Oh, that's a lot of confusion. Five of Cups. And no. Okay. The energy in the future is not. There is a lot of confusion within you. A lot of confusion. We have the Two of Swords, the Eight of Swords. That is a lot of confusion. And then we have the Five of Cups, which is showing us sadness, regret. Whenever we look at the Five of Cups, usually we're looking at something from the past. We look at the Five of Cups and it's almost like regrets and like sadness and remorse, and we have the Five of Swords. So there's a lot of conflict here, and you're very, very confused. Very confused. So you're showing me grief. And whenever we look at the Five of Swords, is the Five of Swords can show up as like an illusion. That's what it could be, like an illusion. As you can see here, Gemini, there is a fox, and as you can tell, I don't know if you can, the fox has wings, but I mean they're like strapped to him, right? Obviously a fox cannot fly, but this fox right here believes he can fly. I believe I can fly. And what he's doing is that he's jumping off a cliff. Obviously he's under the illusion that he can fly. So that's what the Five of Swords indicates. It's an illusion. It is something that is a conflict. Like, fox, you cannot fly. You're not a bird. Okay? He sees the birds surrounding him and he's like, well, they have wings. I have wings. And then I can do the same. Okay. So there is something here whenever we look at the Two of Swords. One of the swords is the Ace of Swords. And that Ace of Swords is the truth. And the other sword is two swords, is a sword that pretends to be like the Ace of Swords. So there is one that is true and that one that is false. So we already know that there is an illusion here. It's something that apparently is, it appears to be honest and it appears to be truthful and it appears to be like the real deal. But we already know that it is an illusion, whatever that is. Okay. And there is the conflict with the Eight of Swords and the Five of Cups, which is grief. Okay. So whatever this illusion is with the Five of Swords, or whatever that false sword is, it is linked to a feeling from the past for you with that Five of Cups. Okay. And I'm just giving you that, like the meaning of the cards right here. So you know that there is something that appears to be truthful, but it isn't. And that thing that appears to be truthful is attached to your feelings of grief, remorse, and regrets from the past. So don't allow those feelings to have a missed opportunity. Okay, because maybe, and I'm just giving an example because I do see that you've done a lot of healing, Gemini. Let's say that you have been disappointed in the past, or you've been brokenhearted, or you've been betrayed. Okay, and maybe you feel, because of that Five of Cups, that maybe this person, or that, I think it's a person because it is a connectivity and it is a jeweled web. This is something that you value a lot. You believe that this person might be like one of those people that would betray you as well. So in a way, I feel like you are projecting something from the past into this moment. And I don't want that to be the cause of your confusion and your conflict. Because whatever feelings that come from this are not associated with this person, they are coming from the past, if that makes sense. Okay, so I hope that helps. And you know, there could be things that you haven't been able to heal yet, but I don't think those feelings are in any way associated with this person, okay? Unless this person is from the past. But I don't think it is. Okay, let's see what we have here. Something flipped. Okay. Seduction. Okay, yeah. Maybe you have a bad memory with seduction. Maybe this person is a seductress, a seductor, you know. And maybe there are memories that, you know, that are not good memories that have to do with seduction. So, yeah. And there is the remembrance. Yep, that's exactly what. So, like I said, that Five of Cups is something from the past. You're remembering something from the past. And it may very much have to do with seduction. So if this is a person that you've met, or a person that you've been pursuing for some time, and because there is the start, like, this is the person of my dreams, oh my God, you know, but maybe there is a play of seduction going on, and that triggers a feeling from the past for you. Okay. And maybe you don't like people who seduce you. I don't know. I don't know. But that is what we have here for the reading. So, Gemini, I hope this helps. Don't miss a good opportunity. Okay. This is something that you've always wanted. And I hope this really, I can speak. I hope this reading really helps. And I thank you all so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments if it resonates. Give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you soon, okay? Take care, Gemini. Bye-bye.